Back. So definitely, guys, I love playing this game. 2020, this game definitely still has it. We do have more assholes than I was, expecting, but definitely we are getting at it. But today I want to talk to you guys about counter-attacking tryhards, and these guys are the typical assholes that you pretty much see on any video game, especially GTA 5. Like this game, I don't know, for some reason is like a magnet for typical tryhard assholes, and really just they're cunts, man. Let me tell you, they're dicks. How do we counterattack them though? Like that's what you guys joined in. Yeah, I'm not gonna ramble. I'm gonna tell you guys basically how to fucking do it. There's a couple ways to do it. So one of the biggest and baddest ways you could actually do it is stealing a jet from the Air Force. Sorry, I don't know why I started there. Stealing a jet from the Air Force is one of the best ways to actually counterattack these assholes. Playing and practicing with jets is very essential in GTA 5 because you might get into dogfights. I don't know. Definitely practicing with jets will get you better, and I am not 100% better with jets. I'm actually more better on the ground, and I'm a bit rusty tonight. But we are still going to do it. We're actually going to practice on this lobby I'm in now. It actually seems kind of nice and docile. It was pretty crazy in the past, however, it wasn't that bad, and really there was a lot of little punk-ass bitches in this lobby, but I managed to pretty much make them all leave, besides a couple of them I'm going to go practice back on, which is a couple of these dudes that really just seem to think that they're all king shit, and they're in their own crew, and they've been in there for a while, and they actually left too. Never mind, I actually got them to leave too. Pretty sad. I really did want to practice on these guys. We will practice on this level 143. He seems to be using BST and a VIP, which will be very interesting to know how hard he is to actually kill. Probably not very hard, but we're sort of going to use the jet. Honestly, I feel like using the jet will just kind of, practicing the jet's always good anyways. We got some more people joining level 80. We got this dude joining back into this lobby. I was wondering where he went, but for some reason he disappeared off the roster. Unfortunately for him, he appeared back on it. So we're gonna go kill him. So one of the biggest things about jets, and the biggest mistake I see, is people trying to kill people in third person on the jet. This ain't PC, ladies and gentlemen. This is PlayStation and Xbox we're gonna be playing on. So PC, obviously, you can do that. Xbox, you cannot. Or Xbox and PlayStation 4, you cannot. I know this ain't the PS3, I know this ain't the 360, but this is still an older generation console. It is not anywhere as advanced as PC. Obviously, with PC, you got a lot more faster hand movements, hand and eye coordination. I played with the mouse before, so I know what the hell I'm talking about. But playing with the PC is way more easier playing on console. Trust me, that mouse is just epic. It is ridiculously epic, and let me tell you guys, it's one of the best damn things you guys will ever feel. If you ever get to play PC, I definitely recommend it. I don't really recommend playing this game on console as much as I do PC, but then again, all the cheaters do make it unfun. But that's not what we're here. We're here for the main sake of the video. Like I said, I was going to go and post for you guys. How do we counter-attract tryhards? Well, the first thing is with the jet. You want to use jets. Jets are the main thing in this game. If you don't know how to use a jet, you're pretty much screwed in these skies. Or if you don't know how to counteract them, you're pretty much screwed in these skies. You need to know how to use a jet in order to counterattack them. And jets in this game actually did get nerfed a little bit. I'm kind of sad about that. Really, they did, and definitely just doesn't really feel the same ever since they did. However, there's ways you can actually use the jets that a lot of people don't really realize, and one of the biggest ways is first person. First person is one of the best ways to use jets, really. And honestly, my favorite way, the only way I actually ever use a jet is in first person. The reason why is because how accurate you are in first person. You're a lot less likely to miss in first person because you can actually see what you're doing versus guessing where your shots are going to be. Irritating thing about jets is, in this game, is trying to locate where people are on the map, because the map ain't as accurate as it used to be, and as you can tell, I was kind of suffering from this because I didn't really tell where we was at. And in first person, you're more worried about crashing into shit, so you're trying to avoid doing that. At the same time, you're trying to pretty much, shoot him. In the bumper view, I pretty much seen his name pop up, and that's what really gave me the, oh shit, he's right there, so I'm going to go ahead and keep going up and down until I get him. And it's very essential to go up and down with the jet, or move the rotors up and down with the jet. I'm not trying to make a dirty joke, I'm actually serious. So that way you can actually get the kill, and pretty much spray. With a jet, you're better off spraying and praying than you are pretty much shooting in a designated straight line. I'd like to tell you shoot in a straight line. I don't roll that way. I like to move my jet side to side, up and down. You're most likely to hit your target that way, and you're not going to miss that well. And as you can see, I got this guy pretty much checkmated right here. He isn't really going anywhere. He didn't really have the ability to run. I pretty much had him by the balls, and really, it was just a really good game. I almost just crashed into that right there for some fucking reason. But your rockets are always a last resort for vehicles, and same with the cannon with the vehicles. It's kind of opposite if you think about it. So the cannons for people on the ground, and rockets are last resort. If you can't get them, you can always use rockets to help you with that splash damage, really. That's what really makes it super easy on you, but fortunately I wasn't able to get him anymore. He pretty much had me at a checkmate right here. I did crash into that pole. However, he was kind of stupid, and if you see people doing this, this is kind of a dumb move. This is a checkmate move. He was smart. He was dodging my attacks. However, like I said, last resort, if you can't get him with it, use the rockets. Fortunately for me, he made it to that area, so I stopped attacking him. He turned into a pussy and he started running. If they do that, don't even chase him down. Like I said, my jet was pretty much jacked up. So I'm going to spend a lot more time focusing on getting myself a new jet than I am pretty much trying to kill him. But this is one of the best ways to counter-attack tryhards. Unfortunately, if your jet starts smoking, you're pretty much screwed. So you're not going to be able to dodge any rockets in a smoking jet. If it's a laser, maybe. I mean, that's a big maybe. With the Hydra, no. I'm going to teach you guys how to use a Hydra. And actually, the Hydra, in my opinion, is way better than the laser. And just automatically just a way better plane in general. It really honestly is. I haven't played with too many vehicles in this game that really just were better than the Hydra. The lasers, I mean, the laser is really good, but it ain't that great. And I mean, you can use it, but I prefer the Hydra over the laser any day, mainly because it's just way better in accuracy, and you're about to see what I mean by accuracy here in a minute. Plus, I like the way the Hydra looks. It's typically badass, and honestly, it looks the best out of all the other planes in the game. In my opinion, that's why I like it. One of the biggest reasons is because of the way it looks. And it looks badass. But anyway, back to the point. Like I said, the Hydra's way more accurate. It's got better, way better handling, and you're less likely to pretty much die when using it. Now I think this dude pretty much checkmated me. He got a jet out, and I was pretty much screwed at this point because I didn't even realize he had a jet out. And half the time, if you don't realize I have a jet out, you're pretty much already dead. But the Hydra, the laser is always going to be the weak one out of the group. Basically, the Hydra's way better. Or the Hydra's better on accuracy, laser is better on speed. So if you pretty much kind of focus on trying to take down a laser, I bet you probably could. But just always remember that you're not going to be faster than that laser. That laser's going to be faster than you. There we go, we got him. Like I say, with the Hydra, as long as you keep it. Another thing too with the Hydra is you always want to keep your dogfighting to a closed, tight circle. Don't open up all the way. That's the biggest mistake I always see somebody else doing, and that's my biggest pet peeve with jets. Like, if you're a jet user, do not, if you want to please a jet, try not to make too big of a circle. That's like your biggest mistake. That's basically the mistake everybody seems to make. They think that they need to pretty much make a big ass circle whenever you really honestly do not. You actually, the only thing you really need to know how to do is pretty much just keep your circles tight. Try to outmaneuver the other person, because obviously if it's not a person who knows how to use a jet, they're going to make mistakes, and unfortunately for newer players, jets, they always seem to make mistakes, and that it just really sucks. Like, being a newer player in this game just really blows. remember when I was restarting, and really it was just a pain in the nuts, especially because of jets. You know, jets are everywhere over these days, and especially with these guys going off radar. Fortunately I knew what he was already going to do. He's probably going to get an oppressor. I mean, I didn't really know, but I had a feeling, one of those typical feelings, like he was going to get a jet or something. But then again, there's way too many helicopters, way too many planes in this area for me to even be able to tell where he was going. And unfortunately, I'm pretty sure he killed me on this part. I'm not completely totally sure. Like I said, I don't really keep up with my kills, but the best way to actually tell, and this is one of the biggest ways, people don't even know this or not, but if you watch for the NCPs and how they act, like the cops, you can tell where they're at, even off radar. You can pretty much basically tell exactly where they're going, exactly where they're going to be, even if they're trying to hide from you. You're going to be able to tell where they're at. And always having a secondary flight aeroplane definitely seems to do the trick with a lot of these jets and whatnot. So definitely, if you can, always keep another plane on you, and you'll be honestly totally fine. I don't really think it'll be too bad, especially if you have another plane on you. One of the other biggest pet peeves I have with people is they don't always secure the way they play. Like they think that they're safe whenever you're really not. If your jet gets blown up, you're pretty much screwed. You're not going to do anything. You're not going to go anywhere. You're pretty much already the Walking Dead. You know, it is what it is. You might as well just kind of act like you think you know what you're doing, and really you honestly do not. This butt plug thought he was actually going to take me out. Unfortunately, he already got his ass. Fortunately for him, I already knew what he was going to do, and that maneuver doesn't really work that well, especially if another person knows what they're doing more than you do. And unfortunately for a lot of people, even with the oppressors and stuff like that, you got to know exactly how to use them, because if you do not, you aren't going to be able to get anywhere. And how ironic was it that actually my bike spawned in the pickup lot into the police station? How ironic is that? Like, that's super fucking ironic. Really, it is. It's really ironic. But anyway, continuing. Definitely, the Hydra's way better than the laser. Alright, let's move on to the next step. So, how else do we take these guys out? Because I'm not a big fan of vehicles, and let's just say a lot of people aren't good with vehicles, and I'm not saying anybody is or not. But let's move on to ground combat. Sniping seems to be one of the biggest things everybody's bad at, and I'll admit, I'm not good at sniping either. My hurdles have to jump over. My hurdles are always the fucking NCPs that get in my way. That seem to really piss me off. Because in reality, they are so fucking annoying. They really are. Like, NCPs in this game are just so fucking annoying. It's not even funny. Especially when they just like to fuck with you. Like, when they fuck with you, that's just fucking annoying, you know? It's really difficult to get in front of your way, make it to where you can't even snipe the fucking guy. It's just really, really difficult when you're trying to snipe somebody. So make sure, even when sniping, if he's within close enough distance where you can free aim him, go ahead and free aim him, and then tap him with your sniper, and then free aim him. That makes sense. Like, what I mean by tapping with your sniper is wound him with your sniper, and then line up the crosshairs with his chest and kill his ass. That's the best way to do it. Number one, best way to take someone out in this game. Yeah, one of the best ways to take somebody out in this game is that exact way. A lot of people don't even know that, and really it's kind of irritating they don't know that. But really, you should really do more research on the vehicles in this game. You'd be surprised on how much more information you probably really realize about it. And really, it's just kind of common sense, really, too. Anyway, along with the story, most tryhards will try to get an insurgents back up to you and blow you up. Throw a sticky bomb down at your foot and blow yourself up. That's the best way to counterattack that move. It has been for years. Even when the game was, not even popular, people were already doing that. So that way you wouldn't be able to blow them up, especially when they added the insurgent into the game. It definitely meant you really needed to actually be able to counterattack it, and that was pretty much possibly the only way to counterattack it. Really, it was really a bad move, but definitely being able to counterattack it's pretty damn good. Now, this ain't really gonna help you out, but check your clean player ratio. If you're a clean player, then you're all clean for blowing up people's vehicles. However, if you're a dirty or dodgy player, I would be careful, because that's more likely for you to not be able to pretty much blow anybody up, because you're going to be stuck being a dirty player, and you might even get banned from it. And yeah, that's not definitely something you want to do or get into. Getting banned or getting either banned or getting put into a bad sport lobby just isn't what it's cut out to be, and just really is a pain in the neck. So definitely trying to get put into a bad sport lobby, because really it's a pain in the nards. Continuing, so double kills. Double kills in this game are kind of really annoying to actually do, and in my opinion are actually really difficult unless you know exactly what you're doing and your sniping game's on point. Unfortunately for me, my sniping game wasn't really on point for me. I was more of just trying to play the game tonight, or that's what my finger mode kind of seemed like, and it didn't really line out the way I was trying to play. With these butt knockers, they were trying to basically run away from me, and it just wasn't working out the way I thought it was going to. I thought these guys were really going to try. I thought they were actually going to try and kill me. Unfortunately for me, they didn't. One of them cheap shot me with a Kuruma. I should have seen that coming, but, you know, I didn't, and that was my downfall. I didn't really see that coming, and that got me by surprise. Fortunately for this guy, I had a plan for him. It didn't work out. So if that ever happens to you, and that's a big deal. Like, if that ever happens to you, get another vehicle and get your kill back. That's big in this game. I'll show you guys how to do that too. So this guy, I was actually planning to get my scramjet out. Fortunately for me, he did get the Mach 2 or the Mach 1 out, so that got foiled for me. I wasn't able to actually do that, and unfortunately I wasn't able to get my Mach 1 out, or like I thought I was going to, but I still got ballsy and I still did it. I don't really like using the Mach 2 unless I really need to, and that's the biggest thing about this game, is knowing how to play it and not spamming the same vehicle multiple times. And if they're in a vehicle, that's already a win-win for you, because when they're inside of a vehicle, it doesn't matter. You're going to be able to nail them anyways. So definitely try to use different vehicles, and the scramjet's one of my favorite vehicles, and of course, about like fucked me up right here, because he's the dipshit. But anyways, continuing. Really, you just want to try out different weapons, different vehicles. Different weaponized vehicles is big, especially in this game. And I do love the scramjet. It's really nice. It's really fast, really sleek. Definitely does a really good job with taking people out. And this is what makes GTA so damn fun to do in this game. Is just take players out. Like really, I mean, who doesn't want to do this shit all day? You know, just. This game is too much fun in my opinion. This guy was kind of dumb right there. I don't know what he was expecting me to do. That definitely wasn't a very good idea of that dude. But going back to what I like about the scramjet, I love this scramjet, man. This thing definitely has some balls. It's really good, and the boost on this thing just goes hardcore. However, the bots in this game make this vehicle just a pain in the arse. I'm going to say arse. Pain in the arse to drive, because how annoying they are, and the lack of just decorum these motherfuckers have. Like really, if you're trying to use a fucking rocket propelled vehicle, these motherfuckers are going to make it impossible for you to even fucking do that. And by the time you really get close, then what the fuck you want to do, you're already fucked over, because you know the game itself just likes to fuck people. And really, I mean, honestly, that's what I really hate about this game. I mean, one of the biggest things I really hated about this game was how fucking annoying it was trying to get a kill. But, like I said, even though it's annoying, don't depend on one vehicle. The Oppressor Mach 2 is not the best vehicle in the game, and you don't want to depend on it. That's the first mistake people always fucking make in this game, and it's so damn annoying. And oh my fucking god. Fuck me up a tree going sideways in my cornhole, motherfucker. Get the fuck out of my way, you stupid bitch. Anyway, now that's over. Sorry. I'm trying not to cuss in this video, but it's fucking hard. Like, trying not to cuss in this game is fucking difficult as a motherfucker, because of how fucking stupid this game is sometimes. Like this shit. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, fucking work, would you, you piece of shit? Like, these guys are so easy to kill, but I can't fucking kill them because my motherfucking car's being a pussy. But definitely, yeah, always try to use new vehicles, newer vehicles into the game. It'll help you out way more, and believe me, that shit does. It really, really does. Alright, so let's move on to the next try-hard area, shall we? So now we're moving down to the other assholes. Let's start talking about the sewer assholes. So these guys are the typical assholes, and I see asshole in this video a lot, so fuck off if you don't like it. I don't even give a shit. This video was not made... I'm gonna get this straight right fucking now. This video is not made for pussies. I'm sorry. If you don't like fucking cussing, you can go fuck yourself. This video was made for people who like to play this game, but like to get really fucking good at it. And if you guys don't like my methods, you guys can go fuck yourselves. Because they're good methods. They really, really are. So, continuing. So now we got the sewer tryhards, and these guys are really annoying. I mean, these guys are like the fucking dirt of the dirt in players in GTA 5. These guys are your typical assholes who don't give a shit, who just really want to fucking ruin your game experience. And how do we deal with these people? Well, shit's simple. We deal with them in our own little manner. And that is, we need to really piss these people off. Like, that's the biggest thing about this game, is you want to piss your opponent off. That's the thing. That's always been the thing with this game. This game's like kind of like Spider Solitaire, you see. You want to piss your opponent off, so that way, the only way he or she's even got a chance with you is if you really actually want them to pretty much kill you. That's pretty much the only possible way, exploit way of actually killing somebody in this game. Anyways, so like I said, I ain't too worried about it. Alright, so let's go and talk about the Oppressor and how it should be used in GTA Online. So the Oppressor is the other really good vehicle in the franchise that really honestly needs more benefits. The vehicle itself is abused, and you know, it just kind of sucks how much it is abused. But let's go over how good it is though, especially for counter-attacking assholes in GTA 5. This thing is actually really, really good and doesn't really require a whole lot of skill to use. And really, honestly, it's just a really good vehicle all the way around. But if these guys are really annoying you, one of the cheaper ways of playing this game is with the Oppressor, because it is so fucking easy to get kills in. I mean, really. I did blow myself up there for some fucking hell. Alright, let's go and talk about another vehicle. So another vehicle, and yes, another vehicle. Another vehicle that's really good, guys. Is a vehicle you guys probably didn't even expect to be on this list. It is the Vigilante. Now this thing is badass, and we're talking about major vehicles that have some balls. The Vigilante is definitely one of them. This vehicle definitely makes it easy for you to actually kill people and not have to use the Oppressor. It's just a really good vehicle in use, and it's a lot easier to use than the Scramjet. I actually recommend, if you need a vehicle to pick over the Scramjet any day, this thing, using it against Mach 2s and Mach 1s is really good, and really all the way around it's just a really good vehicle to be using. Like I said, I don't like leveling one car after another, but if I had to pick a more dominant vehicle, it'd be the Vigilante or the Scramjet. Now they both kind of have their sucky like lame sides, but this vehicle definitely is pretty good, and especially if you're going oppressor hunting, which is my favorite thing in the game. My favorite sport is oppressor hunting. This vehicle definitely will help you out with that little situation if you're trying to kill somebody in the oppressor, like this asshole right here. I was getting so sick and tired of this douchebag because not only was he fucking tricking me every 2 seconds, but that thing is so fucking annoying. It's actually more, I honestly think that thing is more annoying than the Mach 2, because the Mach 2, you can get really good at that thing and you can, you know, really just outmaneuver somebody, but that Mach 1, man, that thing is so fucking irritating. Like, it can get to one spot to another really, really fast, really annoyingly, and all around, it's just a really annoying ass vehicle. But as you can see, these missiles, guys, are ridiculous. Using the Vigilante against the oppressors is just ridiculous. I didn't even blow up his bike. Like, really, I didn't. And that's what really made this thing so damn fucking awesome, was the fact that I didn't even blow up this guy's bike, and yet I still got the kill. And really, the missiles aren't even that powerful. They really aren't, especially when you're trying to go up against other vehicles in the game. Really, they're not even that powerful, and that's what makes these missiles so damn crazy, is the fact that they're so good, yet there's really no downfall to them. Like, I mean, there's downfall to the car, obviously. There's always some sort of downfall in every good vehicle in this game. It really honestly isn't. They did a really good job of balancing them out, and one of the downfalls of this vehicle is you only take a grenade. So obviously it can't take a rocket, you know, and if it can't take a rocket, obviously it's gonna blow up. So definitely I wouldn't really recommend it. Moving on. The good thing about this car is you can get the targets really fast in it, which really makes this thing amazing. Like, the fact that you can get the targets super fast, faster than a fucking oppressor, really this vehicle is just bad as fuck. However, it does get stuck very easily, and as you're watching me do it, you know, it's not really that great of a vehicle when you're driving on a highway, especially because you can get stuck very fucking easy in this thing. However, the good thing about this vehicle is how fast you can get to point A and B within a ridiculous speed. It is just ridiculous. Like, really, it honestly really is. Next, let's go and talk about the cheap kills. So the cheap kills really are one of the better kills in the game. I do love getting cheap kills in this game. It is definitely funny as fuck. Now, let's go and talk about how you do that. So let's go and say some dumbass decides to go in the shop and a CEO or MC pretty much unhindered, and you're not expecting him to pretty much do anything. All you guys got to really do is throw a sticky bomb on their vehicle and drive off and wait till they get on it, or wait till they get out of the shop. And what really makes it so damn useful is you having the ability to actually kill that stupid ass. So that was actually pretty much this whole hour. I was more focused on chasing this dude down than I was doing anything else into the game, and that's pretty much what I really focused on. My main focus was on these guys. I mean, these guys have been my target ever since I joined this lobby and started practicing on them. Ever since I started recording, I really just kind of zoned in on these guys. And I will admit, these guys didn't really deserve getting hammered down, but those guys are really irritating, and which makes matters worse is how irritating they are. Like, these guys are so fucking irritating. They're just not even funny. They're your typical irritating GTA 5 cheap shot players, which made making this video so much funner, in my opinion. And this is what I mean by about getting your targets faster than ever, is the fact that this dude took off in a vehicle. And if this was a scramjet, it would have been a joke trying to catch up to his ass. Really, it would have. Like, trying to catch up to somebody in the scramjet is a fucking joke. I mean, I love the scramjet, don't get me wrong. But it really is just a joke trying to catch up to somebody in the scramjet. Some dude just put a bounty on my head, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump into my facility, and that's another big deal. Like, jumping in your facility is one of the biggest things that a lot of people don't even use as much. I love jumping to my facility so that when I have a bounty on my head, I can actually keep that $9,000. Or you can pretty much figure out who put a bounty on your head, and really it's always good. So if you really want to know the name who put a bounty on your head, one of the best ways to do that is go to your notifications or your info, and then go to your notifications, and then you can pretty much basically tell who put a bounty on you. So a Scope Easy Beam 15 has put a $9,000 bounty on you, so it pretty much basically tells you who did it, and definitely allows you to pretty much kill some more. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and make this the end of my video. I've been recording for 30 minutes now, and it's already been a long ass video, so I definitely don't want to record too long. I'm going to go ahead and finish off with pissing this guy off a little bit. Definitely this was fun. I love... I definitely love that, man. I definitely love playing this game, and this game can get really fun sometimes, so I'll definitely see you guys later.